Hi everyone, it's me, Jack L. Wild, and this is,
Skystryker Industries.
and we're doing a, what's it called again?
A collab?
Collab. Yeah. Okay, so, this is my first video coming back from, what was it, 4 years ago, I think?
4 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I had a small, I think it's called a hiatus. I think, yeah, hiatus.
Hiatus,
yes. So I've had a hiatus mainly because of my job, but I actually have come back eventually because it gave me ideas.
Mm-hmm. And I mainly wasn't doing YouTube videos mainly because it was slowly declining.
Really?
Yeah. I stopped doing YouTube videos because of the fact that, one, my mom didn't want me doing YouTube videos because I wasn't mentally mature enough to actually post anything. And I did TikTok videos because they were just short vines that you can easily voice to.
Yeah.
Which most of you people, if you follow me on Fuchs Wolf Gaming or Jack and Dimitri, as it's now called, you would remember what this character is. Dimitri Wolf from my books.
Yeah, and I'm creating books myself, but one thing mine are focused more. Anyway, so they focus around my character, but it's more of an action thing, more of like war stories, I guess. Yeah. And then the one I'm making isn't exact. I might publish them if I make them, and I might publish them worldwide. I don't know how this stuff works. I need to figure that out still.
I'm already planning on publishing mine in 2021.
2021?
Yeah.
That's gonna...
given that World War III doesn't take place.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I heard one thing I'm confused about, like, there's not going to be another World War. Everybody knows what's going to happen then. We are going to be attacking each other, and then all of a sudden there's going to be a nuke launched, and then the whole world's destroyed.
Yeah. Unless there were to be another factor, like viruses, health, slowly declining population.
Yeah.
Or overpopulation.
True, but then there would be, like, the bomb blast, people would have to go into shelters. There would basically be a drastic decline on the population.
Yeah.
Hard to rebuild after that, because some things can be lost over time after that. Some things will be permanently lost to history.
Yeah. Well, this video started going into depression. Very fast.
Well, let's get out of the depression then.
Just climb out the hole.
Yep, climb out the hole. Grab the ladder, or just a grappling hook. Just shoot your way out of the hole.
Just a small clip. Now, we didn't actually think, like, I just wanted to do a video with Skystryker here, because he just happened to be here.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to do collabs, so.
Yes, actually, one thing I've seen collabs, but...
Never actually been in one?
Yes, I've never actually been in one.
Yeah. Well, I've seen most collabs being like adults basically looking on their Twitter or Facebook, looking through comments to do them. But since I don't actually do Facebook, and I don't think you ever have any fans who go on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't go on social media that often unless it's a YouTube platform, because yeah, I have family on Facebook, but I don't post. Why don't I have stuff I could have posted, but I didn't. Yeah. And I keep forgetting to go on to post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what should I call my viewers? Like pups or something?
It's your channel. It's your channel.
Yeah. Well, pups. I am coming out with a new character. His name is Daryl Ajax Wilson. He's a raptor who will fit in with the dino masks of the world. That's going to be in the video.
Alright.
Just ignore the little voice in the background. That's my little sister. Rosalia of the Cyclonian Kingdom.
Ah, alright.
Princess Rosalia, the owl.
The owl.
She is an owl.
Yes. And I'm the Gabrielle.
No, but
Yeah,
the character Rosalia is an owl.
yes, and my character is the Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Well, one of them.
And if I were to have my Excalibur, I could easily destroy her.
So you can kill a god basically.
Basically.
Well, actually, that's.
I mean, I did take over an entire kingdom with just the snap of my fingers.
So you're Thanos.
Almost.
Almost.
I took over a kingdom specifically by, let's see, taking the palm of my hand, putting one of my fingers like this, and then immediately, and then the kingdom was mine.
Well, my character, what he can do is basically he can reset worlds altogether. Like he has a lot of power. You eliminate him, you could potentially eliminate reality itself. Like there are consequences to doing so. It's a big responsibility with the infinite worlds that he has to monitor, and possibly even more that he has to create.
Okay. I completely forgot we were recording.
You did.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
What?
Go ahead.
This is the longest I've ever recorded.
Yeah, well actually one thing I know is I was thinking maybe I needed to get more subscribers to have longer than 15 minutes, but apparently it's because because YouTube thought I was a robot, so I had to verify it. Just when was it? 2 days ago, I believe.
And speaking of which, YouTube is making it harder for content creators to even get money to live on their own, because most people live off of making these YouTube videos for using ad revenue and other things. There's a new thing coming around. I think it's called Kappa.
Kappa. Yeah, that's already in place, and I already had to do that with my first video.
Yeah. I think it's a copyright thing, right?
It was because they got in trouble for collecting information from kids without consent. So then they got a large fine. So now they're punishing everybody for it.
Right.
And they're specifically targeting child-friendly channels.
Yeah. Well, kind of like PewDiePie, right?
Well,
or Ninja, as the episode we all know.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Well, you started to be alone.
Yeah. One thing I'm curious about is why do they so PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, I know those two YouTubers, so Jack can drop as many F-bombs as he wants, but if PewDiePie even says one, he gets a strike.
Well, that's because Jacksepticeye is Irish. They're known for cursing. And that was stereotypical a little bit.
Yeah. But then there's
I mean, I don't get any money off of this video, so who cares who curses, right?
Well, we're not gonna get demonetized.
I'm technically not a child-friendly channel because I've been off the YouTube for a long time.
I guess so.
Because I'm not technically a genre of channel.
Yeah, soon I'm gonna go onto the more mature audiences, but kids can watch.
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be video. So I'm basically gonna be like the different YouTubers, like throwing a mix of pretty much all of them, but not copying them. Just basically like their ideas.
Yeah.
And then eventually it'll be I'll have it's not exactly what is the word for it? So I'm basically borrowing these temporarily until I can get a handle of everything.
Yeah. And most people do that through experience. Like when I was handling TikTok videos.
TikTok.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, I said TikTok.
Yeah. When I was handling TikTok videos for the very first time, the only thing I ever did, the first video I ever did, was a sped up voice thing, which I really didn't get at the time. And later on, I kept watching these other people, and when I saw their ideas, I went like, "Hey, maybe I should do that with a mask, maybe."
Yeah.
And so Dimitri came into the frame, uh, being as the first actual costume that I ever did. And then later on, I built on an empire of around 2.8k followers.
Ah. Here's one thing. So I was questioning, should I show my face? But then this was actually a school event I was at, so I just decided, why not? I'm gonna advertise my friend because he has a YouTube channel. I don't know your YouTube channel because I haven't met you at the beginning of my channel's existence. Like you were in the middle of school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or wait, no, it was the next year. So I rode a mechanical bull, and I found out my friend actually told the operator to turn up the speed to make it shorter. So I'm asking myself, why did I trust him with this? Like he sat next to the operator and said, turn it up, it's for a video. I just fly off.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping to do that the time I went in for, what was it, freshman year?
Freshman year.
Yeah. When I went to our thing, I was hoping to do a mechanical bull because I was told there was going to be one. Apparently not.
Every time I ride a mechanical bull and I'm not wearing jeans or anything and my socks are like short, I end up scraping the joint of my foot because like those things are worn down completely. Like the leather is gone.
Yeah. Usually the maintenance to use for one of those things, you usually need to for schools to do that, they usually buy it from secondhand sources.
Well, technically they get it from a company. The company has multiples of them, but I don't think they even maintain them that well. They only maintain the mechanical parts, not the outside, not the leather, not the
safety bits.
not the bits that would give you scrapes.
So kind of like Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Simulator almost.
Oh well, that thing was more of you buy stuff and most of the things at the beginning would be used. Then it would go on to third-party sources which had nothing to do, which were basically knockoffs of the original animatronics. Then you had the actual ones built by a company called Smiles and Servos, which I believe is actually a secondary company owned by Fazbear Entertainment. That's just my guess on that. Then,
so basically it's a theory.
Yeah, and then you have
game.
Yes, a game theory. Yes,
We're taking MatPat's thing.
Yes, I can actually get his timeline, MatPat's timeline. I feel like the thing on it, he has inconsistencies in it that don't make sense with the actual game.
Yeah.
Like he says, where this location is, 1993. Freddy Fazbear's never closed back then. That was the era of Fredbear's. And the time it would actually take to build that, and by the actual books, it would make sense that it would take about 2 years, which would be around early '87 possibly, and then that place was shut down. Then it goes on to Freddy Fazbear's, right?
Yeah.
So like this is an entire thing. I grabbed stuff from the books, and I put these together as well.
So technically you actually do research, whereas MatPat just has a small team just doing it for him.
I research everything on my own. I look at sources on the internet. Like, I look at MatPat's videos, I compare them with others. Somebody else had a timeline, made up a bunch of BS facts. This was the leaderboard. So he said that Michael Afton was actually the Michael AI. How is it an AI if he bleeds?
Well, simple. As we can see in, well, technically, I would technically be taking this person's thing, but we can actually see this happening in the what was it? Five Nights at Freddy's 4, I think. The one where it goes through the several different stages.
Yes.
Whereas we can still see this person being normal even after being scooped, but at the last day.
No, that's you're talking about Sister Location, not 4.
Oh.
And actually, in Sister Location, that was actually after he was killed, but somehow he was alive because Afton created these things, his creations.
But it is possible for a machine to keep a living body healthy by keeping it with blood flow.
He was an empty shell. Like everything was taken out. Only a metal endoskeleton, and then all of a sudden, the endoskeleton decides to jump out because the body's no longer fresh, and then there's just just a corpse on the ground with nothing. But
then again, he stands up.
Yes, because here's my theory on that. Because Final Fantasy 4, you hear "I will put you back together," and that's possibly Afton talking to the kid, but you know that the kid dies from flatlining, and then I'm wondering because he can't grow like to an adult that quick, and only a teenager could do that. So I'm thinking, with the experimentation, he basically infused the remnants of his younger son with his older son, and it caused confusion with his memory. So he's not afraid of them, yet he remembers memories that aren't his.
Yeah. Which can actually explain of certain other things as well.
Explains everything. That's why I research this stuff. If anything doesn't make sense, anything is BS to me, I will just put that aside and grab the research myself. I'll lock it in a box, and I'll let you tell Scott Coffin, here you go. This is not a secret. Just put it in the game.
Yeah. And about that thing about, as we can tell from that Halloween post originally, that he showed the box originally, and originally he would open the box, but later on said the community would not take it that way.
Yes, they wouldn't, because, if you give them answers, then they're not gonna learn, but he gave us answers on Pizzeria Simulator.
And the way I think of that is because of the fact that humans, if they have their own theories, and they ask the creator of that, specifically keyword creator, of that specific timeline or fiction game, they will actually ask the creator for the actual answer, and if the creator gives the answer, the fans will think, wait, that's not possible. That's not it.
Is Mangle a boy or a girl? Yes.
Well, technically maybe, because most people have their theory.
That's what he said. He just said yes. He didn't say anything else. But the reason he's doing this, he's screwing with us because he already gave us the answer.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he already gave us the answer in the custom night of Final Fantasy 2. They had the preset everything.
But nowadays you can't actually tell what's the truth and what's a lie.
Well, that's because we started guessing because we never started looking at this thing. Like, we didn't start doing theories on this kind of thing. We just started asking the creator. He made this as a little do-it-yourself project. Basically,
it's a video game of Easter eggs.
Yes, that's what he designed it as, and originally it wasn't. It was designed to actually be a game to earn money to help his family. Now he's made it as a phenomenon, which originally he was just gonna stop making them at the third. He keeps making them. He's satisfied, but he's still making them because he enjoys it. That's the reasoning I have, even though he says, I'm finished. Nope, I'm finished. Another game, I'm finished.
And then shoves a big one in your face.
Yes, now he says, I'm doing the movie, and possibly he's going to say, yeah, I'm finished making games.
And then there's the Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, and then the DLC, then the next one.
Except those were third-party sources that he hired.
Yeah.
Big companies. Well, technically they're not third-party sources, they're actually AAA companies.
Yeah.
But after the movie, how much are you betting that he's going to throw into Madness, into the mix?
Because I actually know there's some YouTube creators out there who actually build their own animatronics that look like the animatronics and possibly roam around themselves.
I was going to actually build an empty shell of Funtime Foxy and possibly Funtime Freddy, and basically it would be the exact same dimensions, height, made from completely made out of sheets of metal. Just the ones that can be flexed a bit.
Technically, it's explained in the Wikipedia article is that Funtime Foxy and everything else are made of plastic, specifically not to damage kids in the slightest way.
Yes.
If you were to make it out of just normal metal, it would technically be a little bit more dangerous if you were to have kids around it.
However, they have more weight in their feet. Like Funtime Foxy, I don't know, there's no weight in the feet except there's magnets. And the servos are strong, so you can't exactly knock those things down. They're more stable than us. I could just push you down, you'd fall. With them, they have more stability. Plus, it would be hard to knock down Funtime Freddy. Even though, his torso's big, but his feet have a lot of weight in them to prevent toppling.
I have a question. Can you recall back to Five Nights at Freddy's, the first one?
Yes, I can.
To the one where we see a bloodied up handprint on Freddy's eye, even though it was seemingly that Mangle Mangle was the one who did Fight of 87.
No, actually, that's here's the thing. That's a theory on that. However, one thing, those things they might have been Afton Robotics technology, but Afton, of course, integrated the technology of the spring lock suit. So I've actually looked at this, and my guess is it's Fredbear, possibly, because they actually had missing kids at the beginning. You think that somebody used a yellow suit to lure kids in, but no, the kids were already missing from. That's why they had police investigating the place and why it was on lockdown.
Yeah.
So when somebody used a yellow suit, is possibly the Bite of 87, and Fredbear would have been the only cause, because I'm pretty sure he's the only. Yeah, I think he would be the only one that would be likely, because then they'd have to discard the old suit, and then they'd just be left with Spring Bonnie.
Yeah.
Thus allowing Afton to die. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm actually making a theory video on my channel about these things, and now that I actually figured out I can make them more than 15 minutes because I'm not a robot, I can actually pass on that.
Mm-hmm.
I can now make more than 15-minute videos. And I can edit a lot of things, of course.
Yep. So, should we end here, or?
Yeah, we should end here. I actually have to go now.
Oh. Okay, everyone, this was Skystryker Industries collabing with Jekyll and Demetria Gaming. Now, anything you want to say to the pup shop there?
Yeah, subscribe to Skystryker Industries. I do a lot of crazy things, such as recently a prank. I do stupid videos just to make people laugh. And what else? I'm actually going to be doing gaming at some point, and a theory, and reviews as well. Yeah, alright. So, I'll be seeing you.
I will be seeing you too.
Alright.
Make sure to like and subscribe for more.